Didn't know you were there. I'm just talking to my mate Lester. Lester from Kyoto. We're in the shopping street. Let's have a look around. Kyoto is a beautiful city with oodles of charm, amazing sights and great food. There is the best sushi place in Kyoto, and it's in the heart of the city, Musashi Sushi. It's a conveyor-style sushi restaurant. It's cheap and it's popular. If it's busy downstairs, they have another conveyor going upstairs. The sushi is fresh and tasty, and it's my favourite place to eat in Kyoto. I even made a special trip there once, stopping in on my way from Osaka to Tokyo via fast train, just to have a sushi lunch. The staff are friendly, they really know what they're doing. They allow bears, and compared to some of the other sushi restaurants around the city that have electronic ordering screens, it has charm. One of the most popular touristy things to do in Kyoto is wandering around the Gion entertainment district, just before dusk, looking for geisha on their way to their evening's work. The streets get pretty busy with tourists hunting the elusive geisha, but most go away unsatisfied. It's a pretty little area though, and there are some amazing old restaurants and tea houses. Luckily we saw heaps of geisha, crossing the road and walking around and stuff. You could hardly walk without stepping on one. We saw them, honest. Kyoto is one of the world's most interesting and beautiful cultural sightseeing destinations, with loads of Shinto shrines, traditional gardens and UNESCO World Heritage Sites within easy walking distance of downtown. We wandered up to the picturesque temple Kiyomizu-dera and the war memorial and giant statue at Ryozen Cannon. There's plenty to see at this end of town, with temples, shrines and gardens at every turn. Though we saw it all in a day, it's worth slowing down here and relaxing by a pond in the gardens and watching the koi. On a sunny day it's magic, and besides, it'd be a lot more comfortable spending a couple of days exploring. Kyoto is a gorgeous city and retains far more traditional Japanese charm than either Tokyo or Osaka. For this reason, it's a must-see for anyone going to Japan for the first time, and I'm sure I'll be back again and again. Many Japanese still like to wear traditional dress at times, and they really show up us tourists in our t-shirts and shorts. They seemed a lot cooler than I was, but I suppose that's more to do with fur than what clothes I had on. We found this strength test in Kiyomizu-dera, and I thought I'd give it a go. We were later told that that's the one for men to try. That's the one for women to try. And that's the Buddha's penis. And I don't think girls are supposed to touch it.
Strong, are you? You go on.
There's loads to see along the cobblestone streets nearby. Not just the vending machines, but shops selling Kyoto crafts and souvenirs. And with any luck, you might find a handsome maneki neko, like I did. A short local train from central Kyoto will take you to Arashiyama. Set beside the River Oi, it's a sort of touristy spot, but even so it's very pretty. Locals fish on the banks with bamboo poles, and there are boats that you can hire for a nice float about. You can take rickshaw rides here, which might seem lame to some, but why wouldn't you? It's a rickshaw ride. I asked to have a go pulling the rickshaw, but I think it's a health and safety thing. Anyway, there are a bunch of shops and restaurants. It's a pretty leafy part of Kyoto, and a couple of the main sites are the gardens and the extremely green and somewhat haunting bamboo forest. I half expected ninjas to be leaping through the trees on wires or something. You can do a sort of circuit that takes you past the shops, through the bamboo forest, then a park, and down along the river, and it's all great. But for us, the real draw of Arashiyama, well...
They swing by their tails with the greatest of ease. Those
monkeys at Arashiyama are macaques, similar to those you see in a lot of Asian countries, but here they're a lot less psycho. So, unlike a lot of places where you might find macaques, here at Arashiyama you can only feed them from within a cage. It's a good idea, twisting it around like this. The monkeys know they only get food from people in the cage, and so, unlike some places where you can be, where they can be quite violent and aggressive, once you get outside the cage, they lose interest. It's very smart.
When one monkey's itchy, another is nice. He'll pick from his back all the vermin and lice. And if he gets hungry, he'll shake on some spice and eat the bug without thinking twice. Mmm, delicious. So I'm gonna be a monkey.
I asked this guy for the time. Dumbass.
Monkey, monkey, monkey. I'm gonna be a monkey. A monkey, monkey, monkey. Would you like to be one too?
We hired bikes and rode to Fushimi, Inari, Taisha. This Shinto complex is comprised of 5 shrines set across the mountain in Arashiyama, and joined by winding paths lined with hundreds of bright orange torii. The site has been in use as a shrine since around 711 AD, but is one of the few places in the city that doesn't have a 7-Eleven. I feel it's a missed opportunity. Anyway, it's a popular spot with Japanese tourists, but we found there were far less Western tourists than at other places. There were a few schools there when we visited, and they were pretty funny in their fox masks. To walk the whole thing takes a couple of hours, and along the way you'll be treated with nice views, forested areas, and hundreds of fox statues. The fox, or kitsune, is considered a clever and magical creature in Japanese folklore, and people often leave offerings to the statues of Fushimi, Inari, Taisha. Apparently, the more tails a fox has, the more wise it is. Foxes with 9 tails are like the Yodas of foxes, and can take human form. But what I didn't know, and what I found particularly interesting, is that they also taste like chicken. Okay, so here we are in our room. Filthy isn't quite awake yet, but why don't we see if we can rouse him? Hello, hello, come on. Wakey, wakey. Wakey, wakey, you furry pap smear.